Yeah, so last year I served as the core director for the BSA, and in conversations with those I was working with, those who were deciding to run, and really just people in the faculty of business, I thought that there were a few things that could be changed or tweaked a little bit in the BSA, and the people that I talked with kind of gave me the courage to run and hopefully see that vision out, not just for this year, but over the next couple of years as we now have a bit of a 5-year plan going on. But at the end of the day, I really just wanted to give back to the faculty that's given me so much and helped me lead such a fulfilling undergraduate experience.
I think my answer is very similar to Rasheed's. In my first year in business, I just was an undergraduate student who attended events, and I went to Ignite, and I really loved it. So in my next year, I applied to be Ignite director, and I got it, and I had a really great experience being the Ignite director. And so I decided to take that one step further and apply for, or rather go through the nomination process for an executive role because of how positively the BSA impacted my life.
I spent a year going to BSA events and services, or just not going to them, and I spent another year as an external director, I guess being able to contribute to other people's ideas and making them happen. And I really wanted to bring some of my ideas to fruition and have a direct impact on some people in the faculty, and that's sort of why I ran.
Similar to Rachel's point with Ignite, I also attended that in my first year. And then the year following, I became a creative director on the marketing portfolio as well. And both years, despite my various involvement with the BSA, both were very fulfilling with all the opportunities that I was able to capitalize on and all the people I was able to meet. And I really wanted to further that and bring some of my strengths and some of my takes to the VP marketing role, and then to the greater role that the BSA could have in the undergraduate experience as well.
Yeah, so the BSA, I think, is really unique in its position as a faculty association. So the leadership experience I've gotten out of being president has really been kind of not just unique to the faculty of business, but amongst a lot of other clubs. We have the capacity to do things that other clubs don't, or maybe just don't have the money or the reach for. So for me, that gave me a lot of opportunity to expand my skills in a club that is really not like any other club.
Building off what Rasheed said about being a faculty association, you learn a lot about student governance. You work very closely with the SU, so that was something great. Personally, I got to pursue my passion of expanding the services on the BSA. Additionally, I really think that it's not a top-down hierarchy when you're an exec. The whole executive team works together to come up with the vision of the BSA, and that I think is something unique to this faculty association that not all other clubs have.
Yeah, I had the chance to learn a lot of vocational skills, personal skills, and just professional skills. And I also got the chance to, as Rachel said, work collaboratively with a lot of different people and really build relationships that I think have had a lot of value in my degree.
I was able to gain a lot of experiences that really surpassed my expectations. Beyond challenging my skill sets the way I wanted them to be challenged, I also got a wonderful network of friends and loved ones that truly I'm very blessed to have in my life, and their support and their collaboration has been outstanding.
Yeah, so the BSA election process can be really daunting, but I would say if you're interested in a position, honestly, just go for it, just run, because there's going to be so many people in this faculty that want to support you and support your platform, and you can always find a team of people that are willing to help you. I had a team of my very close friends helping me out last year, so it's not something you have to go into alone. But even if you don't want to run for a position, get involved in the political process this year. Go to the forum, talk to the executive candidates, ask them about their platforms, because we're really blessed in the School of Business to have a lot of that transparency that allows us to engage with our student politicians, so make sure you take advantage of that.
For me, I was a very nervous Nellie when it came to elections. I was very apprehensive about handing in my nomination package because I didn't want to really be in the public eye and have all that attention for the election process period. So I handed mine in like the last hour that it was due on just a whim. I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And I would say, if you have like even an inkling you're on the fence, hand in your nomination package, because while you cannot hand in the package after the deadline, you can always withdraw. So if you're on the fence, just go for it.
Yeah, it can definitely be intimidating to take ownership of a lot of these events or programs you see will have an impact on the faculty, and you really feel like if you do well with the role, people are going to notice. If you don't, people are going to notice. And I think just being able to step up and take that accountability and still contribute is something that might intimidate you now, but you're going to get a lot out of. So yeah, go for it.
I would recommend in the planning process, whether it be with campaigning and then the electoral process and then become an executive as well next year, I would recommend definitely playing to your skill strengths, but then being open to the inputs and the collaborations that you're going to have with many, many people, more than potentially you can expect. Remember that we are all undergraduate students when all said and done, but we are all seeking the most value that we can find differently from the next person. And that mix of perspectives will keep you well-rounded and keep you accountable and wary of the greater trends.